Hello everybody and welcome back to Oakbridge Farm. So a bit of change of the schedule. I have just noticed that Star Oase has had an update and there is loads of new crop types that have been added to the map, but it does say a new save game is required. So I'm just trying to debate whether we update the map and then we'll have to redo the money, the machinery, and however far we've got with all our crops. Obviously remove some trees to where we were, which will take quite a bit of time if we did do that, which is sort of putting me off it slightly. So I don't know whether just to leave it as is for the time being. But then again, the further we get along, the further we progress in sort of that save game, the more there will be to change overall. So I am a bit unsure. So anyways, Oakbridge Farm is just replacing that episode for today. I don't know whether I'll just continue with this for a while and see what happens with Star Oase. Just obviously I currently don't have the time to change everything like I would like to do. Saying that, we are, as you can see, we are currently we're well over, we're almost finished now, baling field 5, but the top half of field 5. We've almost finished baling this. Then we need to gather the bales up and take them back to our storage shed, and then I can't see there being very much more to do after that. With the money that we have, there's a carrot field just over there with all the weeds in it. We could now buy that. The only problem is it's full of carrots and I have no interest in doing a carrot harvest. It is something that just takes far too long unless you use modded harvesters. But for the amount of carrots we'll get out of it, I don't think it'll be worth hiring one of the big DeWolf. I think I've got installed the big DeWolf with a capacity to it, but I don't think it's worth it. They are ready to harvest now, so I'm hoping that when we move into the next month, that will then mean that we do not need to harvest. The field will be empty. We can then buy it to do what we like with it. Which, that field, I've always liked it for doing poplar. So that is a very big possibility for us to do there. But in the meantime, we are going to get these bales cleared and then see where we are. Have it, the final 2 bales now going into our store. So we'll drop them off, we'll lower this. I forgot that I needed to wait on on the last trip we just did, that I needed to wait, otherwise I hit the roof. So I've sort of the tractor's nose face planted into the ground. But we can now leave this in the shed here, and then we'll just double check the animals, make sure they are all okay, which they should be. And we can look to move into the next month. Something else that we need to remember to buy is, let's just put that into there, is the dribble bars for the slurry tank. We need to get them as well at some point. That may be something to do next month, but there's no point buying them now and then have them depreciate a month. So first things first, animals. So the sheep, loads of food. The goats, loads of food. The sheep, loads of food. Chickens, loads of food. The water buffalo have enough. They haven't reproduced and they're 23 months old. Is that common? Should that have happened, or should it be a bit longer? I don't know. But factories. So the BGA has enough silage to last us through to the morning, definitely. The dairy, That's out of buffalo milk. So, we better go get our trailer and get some milk into there. I hope that hasn't been out too long, but we'll go take a load, get that full, so then that's still working for us, producing buffalo mozzarella, because that is worth an absolute fortune. We should also check the spinnery as well, because that may be running low. We've got 2 fabric pallets there. We could also do with getting a forklift for this, well, for this yard, because I can't remember. Oh, it's over there is my little stacker truck, but I do believe it will be worth getting a forklift, or we buy the front loader, so we just need to pull into here to load up, or we buy the front loader. God, where's the trigger? I know the trigger's around his. Right, was it too far away? Or we buy the Kubota front loader, and then that can go down to where the sheep and goats are, and then our Kubota skid steer can then come up to here to help unload, well, load stuff up and move stuff about. Right, there we go. Buffalo milk, let's get that filled. That's a rapid fill. It's that odds just because the tank's so, it's a small capacity tank. But we'll get this over to here, which I think the trigger's around here somewhere, yes. So whilst that's emptying, is that still, right, that's still active. Here, so that needs more hay putting in, but we're full of total mixed ration. The oil mill has canola oil, and that is working. Sawmill, I don't know. Right, we better now go. I'm glad I checked all these. We better now go and get that wool. Where is... There's our little red trailer. We'll go and gather that up. We'll take that down to the sheep, bring that wool over. That's processing wool to fabric fairly fast, unless it's been a long time since I loaded up with, well, loaded the spinnery up with wool. So we can get this wool put on, and then it may even be worth, whilst we're here, we could possibly go on a collectible hunt, because I don't think we've looked for one of them for any collectibles in a while, so it may be worth trying to see if there is any about local to where we are. But like I say, we'll get these on. I know that's only a part pallet, but we can take that with us. There's no point leaving it here, especially because this spawn point does get rather full if we do leave it. So it's quite handy. It's actually probably quite a good thing that we're doing this today. What's that caught on? So let's put them down. Why is it not taking that one off? That's interesting. Get rid of that pallet. This trailer is notorious for flipping over, so I'm just hoping that if we keep it evenly balanced, it shouldn't do it. I don't know whether that's something with all trailers, I don't know. But we've definitely got plenty of grass here now for a while, especially if they've got the meadow, so that'll be more for come the winter time for them to use that up then. Let's now just... Ooh, those top pallets are moving fairly aggressively. I keep forgetting it's a skid steer. So as soon as you turn, the whole thing turns, which I'm not. I don't know whether I will get used to it in game like this. But now for the final one. This grass could probably do. We could probably get away with mowing this grass. So now let's go put this one on the back, like so. We can then go park this, well, we want this in the shed really, that won't get in the shed. So we can park this in the shed, like so, drop our tyres down so we can get out. Let's go jump back into the case and we'll take this up to the spinnery. And then we can go and rest. We must remember to close the gate behind us. But we'll take out part of one of our pillars then. And there we have it. I forgot to press the unpause button, so apologies there, but that is now all in there. So that was 7,795 litres of wool. So let's go to the house. You could sell the house, it'd be interesting how much that's worth. And we will sleep, so we'll see you in the morning. And good morning, everybody. So, first job, let's just have... Ooh. Do we've only 5 hours? Do we? And then they've got... This is... Oh, what horse? That's 102. So we'll upgrade the engine, 41,000. And it means we have a tractor for the Olive Grove. 3-point on the front. Does it need it? Not for that amount of money. And if we... Let's just have a look at these tyres. So Michelin, Verdestein, Trailerborg. So we'll go for that. I think, hold on, 95 horsepower. I don't want that. 102, 112, that's what we want. Well, I wasn't expecting to buy that, but anyways, let's buy that. Then we want to go to slurry tanks. So we go to the one that we've got, which is that one. If we go combinations, this is 21 meters. So we will buy that. Our money's soon going down. And then we want to have a look at... Oh, it's raining. Is that field... Oh, they still haven't harvested it, so we're going to have to most likely leave that for today. And then sunflowers are ready next month, but we can get into the maize. So we want to look at trailers. We need a slightly bigger trailer than the one we have now, which we can then tow behind the forage harvester. So it's just trying to find... Can I put a pickup on any of these? No, so that is 56. Okay, so there's no point getting the Fiegel. It's better to go for the Bergman. Farmtech, what's that if we went... Let's just have a look at this. 45, 47, right, none of them. So if we went for this one, configuration... Now that's interesting. We can get it as a manure spreader. Oh, that's all. Protective cloth. What's that? Is that down here somewhere? For the front. That is very, very appealing. 50. Oh, hold on. 55 litres. Well, 55,000 litres, I should say. So we got that. That's a 56. That's 74. Standard 74. Right. We are going for this. Hold on. We will just have a look at wheel setups. So Trailerborg. Michelin. BKT. I always like the BKT. And we're going to go for wide 2, I think. Does it say what horsepower? Hold on, we better just check. Can I... Yeah, must be able to. So go to there. Big 80. Wide 2. Is it all I go to? Wide 2. We don't need the protective cloth. So we will buy that. This is getting very expensive. And now lastly, where is the forage harvesters? I don't want to go with the class because we do have loads of classes in the game already that we're using. But on the other hand, it's the cheapest one there. What is the Fendt? I've been going on about a Fendt. That's just up the price massively. Pipe. Definitely want a long pipe. We can attach a trailer to the back. I just hope we can use... Oh, what's this? Find used, this mod. Okay, I'm not going to use it for this at the minute. So if I lease that, 27,000. We're going to run out of money to buy that field at this rate. So let's just think about this. That's 27,000. This. What's going on with the pipes here? Pick up 3. We want that. To 27,000. It's £10,000 cheaper. I think. I think I'm going to have to go with the Jaguar. Even. Oof. Maybe not. Wow, that's jumped the price up massively. 930. Right, we're doing that. We ain't going any bigger. Configuration. Black. Not for 5,000 extra. Right, so we're going to lease that. I do apologise going for a lot of the class things, but they are what makes the absolute sense to me. So we can 9 meters 7.5. Will it run this? I'm hoping so. We'll release that. And now we've got £130,000. So we just spent an absolute fortune there. Where is our... Here we go. And I really hope this trailer fits onto it, because if it doesn't, then we're going to have to hire a worker to do the... Because I'm hoping I can do the headlands, and then once the worker gets into the middle of the field, I can then lead with a tractor and trailer. So we put that on. Let's try and get this on. How do I... There we go. I wanted to get the pipe up, so then that was out the way. Oh no. Right, we cannot put that trailer onto this, which is rather infuriating. So we will take this down to the field, and then we'll have to come back with, well, with one of our tractors. I'm just thinking, I didn't upgrade the engine because it cost a fortune, but I'm just hoping that it will power this this header. I did, well, all we can do is fingers crossed. So let's park that there. We can leave that unfolding, and let's go. We want the John Deere. We want as much power. Well, if I say as much power, we want the case, but the John Deere is the most powerful that we have, which has also got a bit of speed to it. I don't think we'll ever get rid of this John Deere because it seems to be my go-to. But whilst we're here, we will just call in at the diesel tank, and we will get this filled. Now that's done, we will go and get the trailer, and then I may go get the case to bring, well, we could use our smaller case tractor to go take the slurry tank to the field to load up, because I don't think we should really be doing this maze whilst it's raining. So first the John Deere. We will now get this trailer put on, like so. And then I think I'm going to have to go this way round, otherwise I'll get caught with the trailer on the on all the other implements that we've just spent a fortune on. So we'll take this to the field, jump in our little case, bring the slurry tank up, get the slurry bars on, then it will probably be worth to go load that up with digestate, and we may be able to do that in the meantime. So we'll just park this here, like so. I better just check. I don't think I turned this off, and I don't want the hours racking up already. No, I didn't. So, the little case, we'll get to the store. So on the drive over here, I have been looking at the fantastic mod, the time-saving stock check, and that does say that buffalo mozzarella has reached its peak, and it also says that next month we will have our eggs to sell, which both of them individually, there is over £100,000 worth of goods to sell there. So we don't need to worry too much on the financial side. I'm going massively over getting this wrong here. So let's put that on. Can we attach that on? No, let's go to here. Attach. Brilliant. So this we could go up to the... How much slurry do we have? Because this is I think it's a 30,000 litre. So the cow's slurry. So we can do a load of slurry from the cows. I don't think there's any point in taking that to the BGA, or we take that to the BGA so we can make some money out of it, which sounds a lot better, and bring a load of digestate back. I don't know how this will pull this slurry tanker when it's full. So I did completely forget to take the correct turning, so we've just done a very tight turning through the gate at the bottom of the yard. So we pull to here. Slurry, yes please. I am trying to speed time on a bit, but there just doesn't seem to be any let off in this rain. It is I'm going to have to slow it down, otherwise we're going to lose the whole day. And this tanker isn't a 30,000 litre, it's 20,000 litre. So we'll get this to the BGA, we'll dump this in there, whilst then bringing some digestate back, and the top half of field 5 we can get on and do that. And we're here. So we just pull up onto this side first, slow down. I'm on the dribble bars there, so let's move to here. And oh, please let me empty into here. Why is that not wanting to let me empty in? It did before. Okay, let's try it where we take the dribble bars off. Okay, that's what we have to do. Dribble bars off, and then we can tip the slurry in. With that now empty, let's put our bars back on. And if we just spin round, I think, is it this one? Let's, no. Or do I have to, again, I'm back on my dribble bars again. Let's try again. No. This is all because I don't have my interactive zone markers on. Here we go, digestate. That's lucky, because I would say, how much more? Okay, it's not too bad then, because I do know if this fills up, we used all our silage during the night. If this fills up, the production stops. So it's quite good. We're now starting to empty some out. But worst comes to worst, we can then always go and sell. If you just flick the production to change the output, you can then just wait an hour, well, an in-game hour, and then sell it all. And look at our canola oil. That's soon building up. There'll be quite a bit of money there. And as I was saying before, stock check. So the buffalo mozzarella, we're going to have to sell that this episode because it's 113,000 and it's 111. And it's going down, so that definitely needs selling. Where are eggs? That's currently 87, but that can get to 109, and we should have some more eggs when we get into next month. And next month will be I think that will be the olives and sunflowers. And finally, our trees, I forget which ones they are, but there'll be some sort of pine trees, have decided that they will start to grow. That was something that I was getting a bit concerned about, because it also made our forest not look the greatest, having so many empty spaces. And from what I can see, there is no dead trees in there at the moment. And here we are, the top side of field 5. So if we unfold our dribble bars, excuse me, we'll go to the field. Let's steering assist. Okay, so where's this line? That's not far away. We'll get on and we'll get this done. I'm hoping it shouldn't be too many loads at all. We'll get this done and then sell the buffalo mozzarella. And then I do think, because of my waffing, that may very well be the end of the episode. have it, we've almost done this field. So it's been a mixture of digestate and slurry, but my thinking was we can empty the majority of the slurry out. Well, it saves us going to the BGA, and the slurry that we've got in now we can take to the BGA, because it wouldn't have taken everything that was left in our slurry tank, and then it means we can do a backload of digestate. So it's just trying to save as much time as we possibly can. So now that is done, we can fold that up and we can take this back to the yard, but I don't think we'll take it to the BGA just yet. We've already done one road trip up there. What we will do, however, is I think there could be a little bit more slurry in here, so we can transfer this into our tank. So if we pull onto there, a very, very little left into there, so we can just leave this out for now, which I'm sort of getting into a bit of a habit. If you look at these trailers, I seem to be leaving all these out and about. So we can turn that off, and I've decided we want to go to forklifts, and this is one of my most, if it's the exact same one from FS22, this is one of my favourite forklifts. So we are going to buy that, and then we are now going to get very, very wet as we proceed. When we find it here, we're going to get very, very wet as we proceed to bring this back to the farmyard. It's unbelievable how much money will just be sat in front of us there. Right, we better get on and get this buffalo mozzarella sold. Look at that, we have another pallet for us ready and waiting. So let's drop this down. Pick that. Oh, this is rapid. So let's take this over to our little stack over here. We'll get. Ooh, can't see me. Oh, so mature. Right. Ah, that's rapid going up and down like that. So let's put this. Oh, I don't want to knock the whole stack over. I just want to put that there for now. And fabric, we'll have to move some fabric. Let's go find. I've just turned this off, but we might as well use this. We used it before. So let's take the slurry tanker off. We'll go get our little red trailer again. That's our collection. There's a big screen in the way there. Our collection of eggs nicely storing in there. We do need to find a little shed for them. We'll go get the red trailer and we will start loading up this mozzarella. So if we leave that there, let's hop into. Oh, there we go. Let's just get out of screenshot mode and hop into here. And whilst we're here, let's just have a quick look. So if there's anything else that's worth selling, we might as well. So buffalo mozzarella, that's come down a fair bit of money, which is slightly annoying, but anyways. Eggs, they're coming down. That's not good. Is there anything else? Wood chips, we've got a bit of time, we'll wait with them. They're at the sawmill. Total mixed rations, we're not selling that. We're not selling silage. Lettuce, 70, there's no point selling that. Canola oil, 29, no. So it's quite literally, we are just doing the buffalo mozzarella. But whilst we're here, we'll sort the fabric out, we'll sort the lettuce out, and we'll have a look at sorting eggs out. And there we have it. That's all the sort of forklift work done. I was going to go to Oakbridge Stores because they're offering me 115,000, whilst our little farm shop is offering 110. But there should be a 20% not discount, a 20% bonus. So anything over 110 means that we're getting that. So if we go like this, 115. So that's definitely not 20%, but we are getting more than what it says on the menu. And at that I think has been a very, very productive episode. This rain has been ever so persistent, but hopefully in the next episode it should pass, because what are we? We're now 3:15, and we want to go through here. I do want to hear, whilst we are, for one last job, if we go into the construction menu, like so, there we go. We can't delete the gate, or at least I haven't been able to find how to delete the gate, but what we can do, we go demolition mode, we can delete this chunk of fence. See, I've even tried with the gate closed, but I won't do it. So what we'll do, we'll delete that, and then I want to, let's go to here, sculpting, painting, trees, plants, is it? No, I think it's fences. This is it. So we go fences, and then it is M, and then M again for the double gate. We want these to open into the field, so we can put that. Is that something like in line with? I better just zoom out slightly. Go back. So that's something like in line there. So I want to put the double gate in, and then now if we exit out of that and then go back to the hedge, which is here, I want to place the hedge. So do we want the hedge to go the whole, I think the hedge the whole way will be quite nice up to here. So let's just make sure if we get the hedge to there, that gives us a bit of a barrier now from us and next door. So the next port of call is we can now go and close this gate like so. We can open this gate, and then we can then put some gravel in, or is it gravel or is it concrete we've got in here? We could put some gravel and concrete, and then that gives us a much nicer for coming in for this tighter angle. It makes it a lot wider, and for here we can obviously swing round and come straight through. But on that note, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you have all liked and enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.